Who are we with today? I feel like I don't really need to introduce you. This is technically part 2 of the painspresent interview, right? Oh shit. Who are you?
My name is Television. That's what they know me as in the... My name is Television!
Alright. And you are the bassist for painspresent, right? The one with the TV head? That's why they call you Television? You are TV, right?
I've never done an interview before. This is, No, I lied, I have. I've been on the news before.
What for?
Because there was an alleged shooting on South Ave by the Lilac Fest, and I got stopped on my lunch break because I was...
Oh, is this recent?
Yeah, so I was going to grab lunch. Me and my manager got stopped by some random reporter saying, "Do you feel safe in this area?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem. I haven't been here forever, so..."
Alright, how did you end up in painspresent, by the way? Because in the first interview I did with everybody else, they told me kind of the story about Lorenzo and you and Angel being at the bog for like Banshee's Ball or something, right? I'm interviewing him.
Oh, my bad.
You're all good. You guys can go ahead.
Why are you filming?
Your friends are sitting over there, by the way.
I didn't give this guy permission to film me.
Can I run from back there?
Yeah, I'm Television, or TV for short. That's what they call me. I usually wear a big boxy TV head, but it's upstairs and I don't want to go up there, quite frankly. Yeah. So, is at this Halloween show at the bog.
It's like your practice space, right?
Yeah, it's this warehouse where we practice and sometimes we do shows. Me and my bandmate and friend that I've known since high school, Angel, I was straight at the time. We were trying to settle a debate. Is like having, I think it was like, is cheating on your partner, having intercourse in an uncommitted relationship isn't breaking the edge. And so we were at the gates, we were coming back inside, and Lorenzo was doing doors, and we're like, let's ask this guy, he looks like he would know. So we asked him, and we asked Lorenzo. I forget exactly what Lorenzo said. But anyways, we exchanged contact because I thought he was cool just from my little interaction with him. He hits me up sometime later saying like, "Hey, you know, playing a band?" Because I guess he saw like I played bass or whatever for the other band I'd been in previously.
Noob or whatever it's called?
Noob. Short for name of our band. That's the short one. I'm not going to give a whole
synopsis.
The whole long extended name right now, but no, it was cool. I'm like, sure, why not? I'm looking for a new project. As long as I don't have to like commit really, really hard, and I don't have to like write all the material. Like, we'll do this for fun, sure. And the rest is kind of history. And I got the interview of everyone else and how they got into the band. So
they can see the other video and figure out.
What?
They can see the other video and figure that out.
Yeah, watch the other video. It's in the description or up here.
Wherever, just in my channel bio.
YouTube, hey YouTube.
So what are your musical influences?
Wait, what?
Your musical influences.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was not paying attention. So my musical influences have many. My favorite musician and I guess artist in general of all time is Tom Waits. I have such an affinity for him ever since I discovered him in high school.
You also like a lot of J-rock too, right?
I do. Yeah, I guess you're probably smart on stopping before I get rambling about Tom Waits. If you know me personally, you know I just find it hard to shut up about Tom Waits. Not that he really inspires my work at all for painspresent, but just generally from an artistic standpoint.
Fair.
But I guess in the context of painspresent, for example, the song I wrote, Mirror Interlocutor, that was really heavily inspired by a lot of Japanese rock bands. And it's, I think, most apparent in the lyricism. About half the lyrics in the song are in Japanese. I've been studying for about 2 years now, so I figured it's a good way to both say the things that I don't want to say out loud, because 99% of people there aren't going to understand it, any at all.
That's
It's
actually really
also kind of
smart.
an artistic flair, I guess. It's kind of just interesting. I've had a lot of friends who've written songs for their solo projects. They write a song in like French or something, and I think language is like a really beautiful thing. If you know any of it, then utilize it in any way you can. And I think art is a really good way to use that. And I'm sure I have some grammatical mistakes or some unconventional language in the song, but I'll talk about my inspirations for the song that I wrote. So I already said like the language thing. Yeah, something I guess other bands that really inspire me musically when I'm creating like a song for painspresent or something. There's a lot, and it's weird because not a lot of them are even aligned with the genre that I am writing for painspresent. It's very different than what we play in painspresent, but I just think like the feeling that I get listening to like some of their music is kind of the feeling that I want to channel in mine. The very angsty, like emotional, kind of artsy kind of stuff. Not very explicitly wearing the emotions on my sleeve, so to speak, but more so kind of buttering it up with fancy language and whatnot, and metaphor and whatever else. I think that comes from me being a writer.
Next question. I asked the other people this, but they didn't really have an answer. How do you guys deal with hardships as a band? Or how do you... Because I remember the first show I saw you guys at, you didn't have Nick.
Hardships in the band, I think we haven't really dealt with a lot of major hardship. There's obviously
Lorenzo being gone that one
difficulties
show.
yeah, there's difficulties with like people not being there or scheduling or whatever. Like for instance, I couldn't make it to the last interview you did because I was in Toronto. Music is kind of our third space, so we have to kind of understand what we're getting ourselves into and some of the difficulties that come with it. One of those may be one of the members can't show up for a show. What do we do? Could we sub them in with, or could we just play the show without them? Or can one of our existing members rotate instruments for that set? I think the one I think about that is more of a future sort of theoretical one, or hypothetical rather, is what happens when somebody wants to leave the band, right? What happens when somebody grows out of it? I might be the first to grow out of it. Could be anyone else, and there's no real way to say for sure that we know if and when people are going to start leaving the band. And like my previous band just didn't work out, and I largely take a lot of the responsibility for the reason it failed. I just wasn't really feeling it, and I didn't think I was enjoying it anymore, and what it seemed like it was going to become or else. But I think it's kind of, it's a sort of acceptance, just understanding those things are going to happen. Will painspresent continue to be painspresent? Like one of my favorite local bands, Brandy Melville, they are sort of rebranded, sort of a new band entirely. They kind of, you know, ran their course. They lived their life. They played a bunch of shows and they put out music. And it's, I think the most important part is to look back at the legacy that you've created as a band and be proud of it. Be proud of what you made, even if you didn't get to make everything you wanted to make. Be proud of it. So I think if and when that situation happens, I think I'm personally prepared for something like that. It's going to be hard for sure, but I think there's a beauty in that, and that goes for really any kind of hardship. It's kind of just understanding how volatile things can be, especially in this world that we live in, how many uncertainties there are, how many reasons somebody may have for wanting or not wanting to do something in a given space, and I think it's just all totally understandable regardless, so I'm very open and accepting of any changes, very differences that may come, I guess.
Alright, and do you have anybody you want to shout out? Because I know everybody else, they gave like a ton of shout outs at the end of their video.
Man. Oh god, I'm gonna feel bad if I don't shout out literally everyone and their mother. I feel like it's a little windy.
Of course. You mentioned Brandy Melville.
Obviously, shout out to all the incredible local bands who've played shows with all the venues that I've hosted.
Like Debatably Stable playing right now in the background.
Right now. I'm sorry I'm not up there, guys. I'm interviewing.
I am also very sorry I'm not up there. They're like my favorite band.
There's a lot of just incredible talent here in Rochester, and I think that this scene, when I discovered it 2 years ago, really sort of marked a new chapter in my life in ways I hadn't anticipated. And I just feel such a strong sense of belonging because of this community. So shout out to literally everyone. And I could try to name them all, but I'm sure I wouldn't even do it justice and many people. But Shout out to Brandy Melville for one, just being so generous, sharing their practice space with us.
The Bog.
Blog. That's really the big one I just want to make sure I shout out. Shout out Jerry Big's world famous band. Definitely one
Really?
of my favorite local bands. They're not screamo by any means, but they are certainly a band that has gotten me through a lot of hard times just by going to their shows and just being in the energy there. To be more poetic in my shout outs, I guess. Shout out to somebody who I consider to be one of my, if not my very best friend in the whole world. I don't like to put into tears my best friends or anything, but I think he's safely among the top 3. My friend Danilo Book. He's an incredible musician, an incredible friend. He is so insanely smart and talented in everything that he does, every venture that he explores. He's from Buffalo, and I met him through a mutual friend. And since then, I feel like he's the one person I've truly connected with on a level that I've never really gotten to experience before. We initially bonded over Tom Waits, believe it or not, and I think when I kind of knew there was something special between us. He's back in his hometown of Kansas City right now.
Damn.
Actually, no, he's in Australia visiting family.
What?
He was back in Kansas City, but I'm not going to see him for a while. It kind of makes me sad to say it out loud because next year he's going to be studying abroad in Japan. Which I'm just insanely happy and proud of him that he's been able to make that happen. I really appreciate everything he's done for me and all of our time we spent together.
All right. Any other shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to everyone I've ever fucking loved.
Like rapid fire?
Shout out to everyone I've ever fucking loved. Shout out to my dogs. I miss my dogs.
What about the people at other people at Payne's Present?
Oh, I thought that's kind of already a given. Oh well, shout out to Nick, shout out to Diego, shout out to Lorenzo, of course shout out to Angel. Payne's Present wouldn't be what it is without any of those guys, and especially thank you to Lorenzo for just
Making the
I
band.
could be here all day just talking about how grateful I am for Lorenzo and making this band become a reality. And there's all the spontaneity in the world that had led us to meet each other and get to where we are now. And shout out to all my incredible, colleagues at work. Not that there's like a lot of them, but the ones that there are that are incredible. Shout out those guys. I feel really blessed to have a job that I enjoy and to be able to play music that I enjoy and to be able to creatively express myself and not feel the entire weight of the world on me. It's there, don't get me wrong, it's there. And I do what I can. I try to get involved where I can and help out causes that I think are important. But I think just having everything else be balanced as it is. So I have one last important shout out that almost completely escaped my mind, which I'm ashamed to say that, but shout out to all my friends in Cat Mob. You know who you are if you're watching this. I know my friendship with a lot of you has been very rocky to say the least, but I love and appreciate and respect and honor every single one of you and everything that you've ever done for me, every generosity you've showed, all the things we've managed to create together, all the ways we've built each other up over these last 5 or 6 years. I'm just, it makes me tear up thinking about it. And those are people, no matter how much distance is between us, how strenuous our relationship may have been stretched thin, those are people I still respect with everything in my being, and I love all of them.
And do you have any other closing remarks that you want to give before?
Closing remarks?
I know this has been kind of a short interview.
It's okay. Closing remarks. Fuck all the obviously evil people in this world. Fuck liberals. Liberals are anti-progress. They have this fucking visage of progress, but they're not progressive at all. Fuck people who just sit around and don't want to get involved in anything. Fuck people who are just complacent with the way things are in the world. People who just don't bother even coming to shows or coming to local spaces, coming to third spaces that are safe spaces for people who come from all different walks of life. Fuck the people who don't want to give their neighbor the time of day. the people next to them that they don't even want to consider friends, you know, being friends with. They don't even think about ever uttering a word to them. It's like there's so much weakness in this world, and I get it. I'm weak. I'm not going to say I'm strong in any capacity. I'm certainly fucking weak in a lot of ways. And I've been weak for a long portion of my life. But if you recognize your weakness and you do nothing about it, then I don't know. It's just it's just fucked, man. It's just
All right. Thank you so much for doing this interview, by the way.
Whoa.
Take care.
Sweetie.
Thank you. Bye.